Welcome to the bleeding edge of talk radio, coming to you live from the beating heart of America's streets, Shamrocks and Shenanigans, putting the liberty in Liberty Movement Radio.
Yeah.
Jason Patrick is calling.
If you feel that this caller may
awesome.
be at risk to harm themselves or others during their incarceration, please call 503.
This is a call from prison, Jason Patrick. He'll be on in just a second.
Yeah, sure. Take your time. Awesome. We've been waiting for that.
Start the conversation now.
Hey, Jason, it's Mo. Hi, you're on the show here with Adam Kokesh, James Babb, and Margaret, and Mike Ward. Jordan had to leave, but he was on the show. But go ahead. You go ahead and talk.
Well, first of all, how's the land ship going, Adam?
How's what?
See, he said, how's
Hello?
what?
How's the land ship going?
Land ship. How's the land ship going?
Oh, the Earth ship. Yeah. Oh no, I'm in. I'm glad you asked, but I'm kind of not glad because we're in an interesting point with the county and I have gotten to a kind of Mexican standoff where the first rule of Freedom Farm is you do not talk about Freedom Farm. That's really sad that I hate that I've been sort of cowered into silence, but for now it's I can't have that liability, but I love it. I'm in Arizona right now, and I love being out here, especially after being in jail for a week, coming out and smelling the fresh air. And Jason, I hope when you get out, you get a chance to come visit and see what we're doing here.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, but instead they found me guilty, so I'll be detained for a little while. But looking forward to seeing how it's going.
What kind of
Can you
time are you
repeat that?
facing now?
Go ahead, Jason.
I said I'm looking forward to it. I thought I might do it sooner than later, but I got detained on a guilty verdict from the imaginary charges, and I'm in here in Oregon, ironically, with a bunch of people whose only crime is crossing some imaginary line down there near you.
And Adam wanted to know from you, Jason, what kind of time are you facing?
Well, right now, the maximum sentence they could give is 7.5 years based on 6 years for one of the charges and 6 months for each of the misdemeanors. That's sort of unlikely. The prosecution's pushing for the max. My attorneys talked about 3 years, which still seems a bit stiff, but anywhere between now and 7.5 years from now, I've already been in about 8 months before trial and after trial. So the max is 7.5 years. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see what happens.
You guys hearing him okay?
Yeah.
Yes, up to 7.5. That's nuts, brother. I feel for you.
How many years of paper did they give you, Adam, on your federal charges? Did they give you probation?
Yeah. I did 4 months in, and I got sentenced to time served plus 2 years probation, so it wasn't that bad. But at one point, I was facing a maximum of 35 years, and that's how I got bullied into taking a plea deal.
You did the right
Your
thing.
max was 35 years.
Adam, I think you'll have to repeat some of that. I'm having to go back and forth between my earpiece and the mic so you guys can hear him better. But Adam, can you just start over where you start, because he missed part of it?
Did we lose Adam?
Adam, you there?
Adam, are you there?
He did
think
say
we
he was
lost him.
driving, so it's possible he's going through a point where he has no signal.
He's driving, so we might have lost him for a second there, Jason.
Yeah.
But
Really-
I'm going to just keep
Bail, they threw a bunch of other charges at me. Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there you
dropped
are.
out
We
for a
lost
bit, but
you.
you're back.
Yeah, you cut out for about a minute or so, dude.
Sorry. So it was while I was in, I had been denied bail, and when you're denied bail, it means that you can be in jail as long as the prosecutor invents new charges for you. And they started throwing other stuff at me, and at one point it added up to a total of 35 years, and it was like, well, even if I beat all those charges, I'm going to be in jail just trying to go to court for a few years. And, so I feel like I got bullied into a corner, and pushed into taking a plea deal. So I hope that doesn't happen to you. It's too late for that point.
Go ahead, Jason.
After the plea, how many years of sort of probation or paper did they give you?
Oh,
he's cut out again, but he had 2 years probation.
just months plus 2 years. Hello?
Yeah, you cut out again, but Margaret answered for you. You had about 2 years of probation.
Okay. Yeah.
That's me.
So you're done. You're finished. You're off paper and everything. You're good to go.
Yeah. But I don't see. The thing is, I'm so institutionalized. I don't feel comfortable if I'm not in jail or on papers.
Oh, please.
Now comes the recidivism. Yep, that's where that's how it happens. Free bologna sandwiches.
With the campaign?
We're rocking and rolling. Everything's coming up to speed. We're doing a national tour again this fall, August, September, October, November to kick things off. And of course, we're going to be coming through your area. We'll have a day. Hopefully, we can stop by. Maybe we can arrange a visit. We'll be coming through Portland, I believe, August 8th or 9th.
Is there a website or anywhere? I'm sure you're already giving that on the radio, but a website or anywhere where you're sending people sort of for the campaign yet, or too early to hit a website?
Yeah, you can find everything about me at thefreedomline.com. But hey, what can we do to help you, Jason? Like, is there anything that you need while you're in jail? I mean, this is your chance. You're the one who's like really in need of the support right now. And I know when you're in jail, sometimes just have to correspond with people. Or I mean, I don't know, like.
Hang on, guys. He was answering. Go ahead, Jason.
I said the commissary funds are always nice. I think I'm down to about $130 on those, and then just mail. The mail comes to Jason Patrick at 11540 Northeast Inverness Drive in Portland, Oregon. What is it? 97220, I think.
Yeah, and Mike, I'll get that information to you so you can add it to the show.
Awesome.
Description if you'd like.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Adam, I'll message that to you on Facebook. Everybody else as well.
If the ladies would cover their ears for a couple of minutes here, Jason,
I'm no lady.
I understand. Have all the ladies covered their ears?
Sure, Adam.
Okay,
sure.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure, Adam. Go ahead.
All right. I'm serious. Cover your ears, ladies. This is really an important thing for Jason being as comfortable as he possibly can be while he's locked up, okay? Because I know, generally speaking, pornography of any kind is not allowed in any jail or prison facilities in the United States. And of course, I know it can be snuck in, but I'm not talking about doing anything illegal here. But there's a line, and sometimes they'll let you send in like bikini pictures or things like that. So Jason, just feel free to ask if we can hook you up with whatever the line is, the limit. Make sure that you got some nice scenery while you're in jail. You're not just staring at blank walls and other dudes the whole time. I know that can make a huge, huge difference when you're locked up.
Adam, is that the only thing you got without being ripped up and torn apart?
In all honesty, when you're confined to a cage, there's only a few things that are on your mind, and staring at some nice women or beautiful women is one of those things. And believe it or not, it could actually get you out of a little bit of a jam in jail sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at like magazine clippings. I was so desperate.
Hang on, Jason's trying to talk. Go ahead, Jason.
I says it's all about testing boundaries. I'm not sure how much skin is allowed, but most of the time they just rip the stamps off. So they'll either send them back to you or tear them up or rip the stamps off and pass them along. So.
All right. Well,
I like to send memes to prisoners. I think they're not getting. I don't know. Like if I was in jail, and seriously, I don't need pictures of scantily clad women. Send me memes. That's what I want.
Pictures of memes.
Yeah, that was James Babb.
Well, a couple of copies of Freedom would be good. Let's get Freedom on every shelf here in the jail, and maybe they'll confiscate a few of those and actually read it. Just got finished reading Rise of the Warrior Cop, Randy Volko's book. That's a must-read for everybody. Well, maybe, unless I'm preaching to the choir, but anybody who doesn't know sort of what we're going on, but probably this radio show they all know, so.
Well, you never know. So that's Rise of the Warrior Cop, guys, for the audience, and anybody that hasn't read it yet, that's a book that he's been reading. He is very intrigued by that book right now.
But if Adam's going to be president, we're going to most of that shit anyway, so.
You should have a whole jail wish list, like a wedding registry.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Well, I'm still trying to eventually read all the books that are in the back of the End the Fed book by Ron Paul. And I don't know, yours doesn't have any, that talks about other books, does it? I guess you reference books in Freedom.
Freedom's banned in jail. You
That's
can't
for you,
get
Adam.
there. What was... Hello?
What's the best book by Rothbard?
Ethics of Liberty or For a New
what's the
Liberty
best
by Rothbard. Yeah. For me, it was Ethics of Liberty, but also For a New Liberty are Rothbard's two big manifestos. And then Anatomy of the State is the shorter version. But hey, I want to tell people who are listening to this, and if you have any good, mind-expanding, freedom-oriented books that you can send any prisoner who will appreciate them, even if they've read them already, it is kind of a nice currency to have in jail to be able to share with other inmates.
A question on that topic. Depending on what jail it is, there's different situations I've seen where it has to come directly from a publisher, or I just couldn't mail books, or I could print out a book, but I couldn't. Are there a lot of arbitrary rules that people should look into when they're mailing a book to a particular prisoner? Or is it pretty much safe?
They have a website. Go to the website. I'm sure Jason doesn't have access to it, but he might have some version of it in his inmate handbook. But there is a website that'll tell you that. And I think it's really funny because it's like if I send you a book and it's hollowed out and there's a gun in it, they're not going to be able to detect that. I mean, it's kind of silly, right? But
But for
something
Jason,
in one of the pages,
through Amazon,
but it's
you
like
can't
you
just
can
send
do that with a letter.
Yeah, but
which again is somebody picking winners and losers from where they have to purchase books from and where. Anyway,
so for Jason, though, you have to go through Amazon.com to send him a book to Inverness.
Well, they say if it comes directly from the publisher, I'm a publisher, I'm a self-publisher, so
there you go.
Send them in my official company packaging. It should go through.
Well, with the show notes, let's see if we can put a link to the actual requirements so people can get as many books in there as possible. Like it'd be really cool if it was just getting like stacks and stacks of books are showing up, right?
Oh, that would be cool.
Until they're just like, no more books, no more books.
Links for you guys.
We can have a book bomb.
I have the links for you guys. Mike, I'll provide that. Mike and Margaret, I'll make sure you guys have all the information and links to Jason Patrick's prison in Inverness, which is in Portland, Oregon. I will provide you the web links.
Okay, absolutely.
And they have the rules and regulations. Awesome. Yeah, I'll give you the whole thing. It'll also provide you the link to his commissary through PayPal, or not PayPal, PayTouch. It'll be his commissary link. It'll be all in one paragraph that I've already typed up, and I keep putting it out there every other day or so.
Perfect.
And listen, if you're going to do something too, I mean, I love the books, as many as you can send in here, but if you have a police department or a sheriff's office in your town, make sure you send them a couple of copies of Rise of the Warrior Cop.
Amen.
So read it and learn maybe the steps and how we got here and how to get back from here, how to step off the precipice.
He has 1 minute left.
Well, even better if you can sit down and read it to them, directly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Well, Jason, it was
Jason, anything in your final minute?
Thank you, Jason.
Send me a copy of Kokesh's book, Freedom, and get a copy for yourself. And, I miss y'all, and, good luck on the campaign, Adam, and I'm glad I got a chance to talk with you all.
Thank you, brother. It's an honor.
Thank you so much for calling in and coming on the show. Much appreciated, Jason.
All right, we'll see you.
That shit breaks my heart.
The caller has hung up.
Oh, man.
Hey, this is Sheriff Mack, and welcome to Liberty Movement Radio.